Only in dance can the human body achieve infinite grace, flowing like silk, light as air. In movement it finds true freedom, and with every step, a new world unfolds. Eastern Rhapsody is not just a performance, it's a journey. No passports, no visa required. Kazakh rhythms blend into Indian melodies. Japanese elegance meets Turkish passion. But beyond the dance, tonight's stage is alive with the personal stories of the artists. Over a decade ago, this very rhapsody marked the birth of their ensemble. The very first Eastern Rhapsody was performed at the Palace of Peace and Reconciliation. We rehearsed wherever we could, even in the lobby between huge columns, and kept our costumes in old appliance boxes. But once the curtain rose, all distractions disappeared. What remained was the light, the music, and the energy of the audience. Built on sheer passion, with little funding but boundless faith, the troupe forged its identity. That spirit still thrives in every piece created since that first moment. Our Eastern Rhapsody program was developed at the very beginning of our theater's journey. It quickly won the hearts and recognition of audiences. Most importantly, it motivated our young performers to engage in creative work with passion and commitment. This program marked the start of our tours, taking us to major cities across Kazakhstan and abroad, performing on some of the most prestigious stages in Europe, Asia, and the United States. Now that we are bringing this program back, I believe it will once again become a significant part of our repertoire. It features dances from various cultures around the world, including those of Kazakhstan and neighboring regions. I am confident that Eastern Rhapsody will always remain popular and continue to captivate audiences. The troupe is a mosaic of dancers from Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Mongolia, and Korea. Rehearsals echo with a symphony of languages, yet movement unites them all. This ensemble is more than a company. It's a miniature United Nations with extraordinary flexibility. When Kazakh dance flows into Chinese, then Indian, then Arabic, it becomes more than an aesthetic. It's a symbol. Each movement is a handshake between cultures. Yet Eastern Rhapsody is not just a display of national attire. It is a celebration where borders dissolve, not in words, but in the language of dance. Sometimes all it takes is a single step to realize we're closer than any map suggests.
For me, being part of Eastern Rhapsody is a chance to connect with the richness of cultural traditions through the art of dance. Every time I step on stage, I don't just express myself as a ballet artist, I express myself as an individual. Eastern Rhapsody is about the unity of the world's peoples.
The East is in every one of them. For these artists, it's not just repertoire, it's identity. Every movement isn't merely learned, it's absorbed. The East is in their walk, in the way they greet, in their patience. On stage, a Kazakh dancer embodies Japanese grace. An Uzbek artist melts into Indian fluidity. They don't imitate, they inhabit. Because the core principle of their theater is not to perform culture, but to speak it. In this ensemble, the East is not decoration, not spectacle. It is alive.
Чем уникальна эта программа? Это тем, что мы ее...
What makes this program unique? It is the way we bring together the dances of Asia and the East. That's why it's called Eastern Rhapsody.
Премьера этой концертной программы состоялась в 2000...
Its premiere was back in 2013, and since then the troupe has toured internationally, earning great acclaim.
И сейчас мы, спустя 12 лет, возвращаемся.
Now, 12 years later, we return to those memories. We have revived several pieces from the original program and added some new ones.
Несколько новых. Здесь мы представляем...
In this show, we represent many Asian countries: China, Turkey, Japan, and India. Of course, we will also present our famous national miniatures to the audience.
Нашему зрителю и наши знаменитые национальные миниатюры.
These dancers are true masters of transformation. They are convincing. They are gifted. To perform a traditional Chinese fan dance, one must do more than learn the steps. It takes an understanding of fluidity, a synchronization with the style's breath. That's why these artists work not only with choreographers, but with bearers of tradition. Some studied Japanese expression, others trained with Kazakhstan masters in India. The refined movements of Azerbaijani dance convey dignity, Korean performances embody discipline and serenity, and Kazakh choreography radiates the free spirit of the step. This is not a compilation, not a collection of striking images. It is a map of sensations, a journey through the East, one that unfolds without ever leaving one's seat.
Жалпы бұл жерде
Overall, I'm participating in 3 performances here. One of them is Touch, a dance in the Japanese style, then Shahrazada with the Oriental style, and also a dance called Sim Beauty. I perform all 3 dances.
Шахерезада, Восток, Шығыс биінің бір бөлімі бар. Содан кейін Сим красавица деген биді алып шығам.
Each of the 3 has its own features. All 3 are different and each in its own way. You could say a magnificent performance.
Үш түрлі өзіне сай керемет қойылым деп айтуға болады.
Even the costumes hold meaning. Every pattern is a symbol, every color a code. Red for India, gold for Kazakhstan, white silk for Japan. Each costume is crafted by hand, not just stage attire, but history woven in fabric. Through them, one can trace the growth of the ensemble from the first hems to the final embroidery. Every button is a mark of respect to the cultures they represent. Eastern Rhapsody is not merely a collection of dances set to Eastern music. It is a performance where every movement is deliberate, every pose carries the essence of culture. Scene by scene, it unfolds like living paintings, one moment evoking Chinese watercolor, the next Persian miniatures, then Indian drama. There is no superficial Eastern flair designed for mass tourism. This is a different aesthetic, subtle, precise, profound. The direction of the production focuses on nuance, not a spectacle, but a dialogue. Not exoticism, but respect. The artistic director of Astana Ballet emphasizes that the goal is not to reconstruct, but to feel the culture. Each performance is not a stylization. It is an attempt to speak with the East in its own language.
Нас всех объединяет, что это культура.
What unites us all is culture. In some ways, we are different, yet at the same time, we are one. This is a symbol of our solidarity and the unity of cultures.
Солидарности и нашего единства.
I love many of the performances, and of course, we selected the very best from the original program. I believe the audience will be inspired today, and they will love it.
Сегодня будет вдохновлен и им все понравится.
Music in Eastern Rhapsody is not mere accompaniment. It is the heartbeat of the production. The selection of sounds is akin to fine craftsmanship. Authentic folk motifs, rare instrumental recordings, original arrangements, and specially composed scores. Each piece resonates as if the culture itself were speaking. The Japanese dance breathes in pauses, like a bell in the mist. The Turkish composition pulses with percussion, like footsteps in a bustling bazaar. The Kazakh miniature sings through the kui and dombra, bright, clear, like the air of the steppe. The musical fabric of their performance is meticulously woven. from hypnotic melismas to rhythmic surges. The audience may not know the names of the instruments, but they feel that the sound is not just a backdrop, it is the impulse that drives the movement. Whenever we present our dances, our national choreography, it never leaves the audience indifferent. These movements, these elements of choreography are deeply rooted in Kazakh dance. I often notice how the audience, whether experts or not, marvel at the beauty of the hands, the fluidity of the movements, and that captivates them. I believe that thanks to the heritage and continuity of our national dance, Eastern Rhapsody will always remain popular and cherished by audiences. The concert program brings together pieces created over a span of years from 2013 to 2024. Each piece tells its own story. Among them are an Indian dance originally choreographed for the very first performance, a Kazakh choreographic miniature with national themes, an Uzbek sketch featuring a sardoba in the background, and a contemporary piece inspired by the Chinese shadow theater. This is not a chronological sequence, but an emotional journey. Meditative performances alternate with dynamic, almost combative ones. Calmness blends with expressiveness. This is the nature of the East itself, contradictory, profound, and pulsating.
Каждый раз, изучая, подходя к...
Every time we study and approach this tradition, we live it through ourselves, immerse in the culture and try to convey it to the audience with love, respect and reverence. I have a favorite piece that is special close to me. In it I feel joy and humility.
С любовью, уважением и почтением. Есть любимый номер, он особенно мне близок.
Each time I perform it, I reveal a different side of myself, experiencing and sharing all those emotions with the audience. For me, this dance is very multifaceted, and every time I step on stage, I feel and live it differently. This is how I express my inner self.
Выходя на сцену, он чувствуется и проживается мной по-разному. Так я раскрываю внутреннее я.
The East is not just a region, it is a way of being in the world. Eastern culture shapes a unique body, soft yet strong, fluid yet focused. That is why the East finds such natural expression through dance. In its traditions, movement is not merely a technique, it is a philosophy. Dance does not show, it transmits. It does not imitate, it expresses an inner state. The essence of Eastern choreography lies in its respect for space. Every step seems to measure the air. Every gesture is not for effect, but for meaning. A dancer does not rush to fill a pause, they know how to exist within it. This is what makes Eastern Rhapsody special. It does not tell the story of the East, it feels it. If Western ballet strives for verticality and height, Eastern dance seeks the circle, the earth, the inner center. Eastern Rhapsody is a program very close to us because it marked the beginning of our performances in major cities, across Europe, in America, where we showcased our artistry. It was created as a collection, a divertisement of world dances, of the dances of the people who live in Kazakhstan and our region. This program quickly became a favorite among audiences, always eagerly anticipated. It was also a platform where our young artists could truly shine. I believe that thanks to this program, which we are now reviving and will perform again, our company gained recognition and was able to grow further. This evening marks another milestone on the journey. The path that the Astana Ballet Theatre follows continues, and perhaps the most exciting moments are still ahead. For now, the applause fades and a brief silence falls after the curtain closes. That very silence in which the Eastern rhythms still resonate within you. Eastern Rhapsody is a concert where every minute is carefully crafted, made up of gestures, glances, and light falling at just the right angle. It's an evening where dance speaks without an accent, and suddenly we realize art is not just a backdrop to life, it is life itself, just set to a different rhythm.
Thank you.